the problems in the past and from sip some nigga, so come let we love us like we single, let we hug us like we sing. We don't have to worry about a thing, don't care what tomorrow has to bring. Tonight let we love us like we single, let we hug us like we single, yeah. Love us like we single, let we hug us like we single.
99.9 WEFM. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, so we are back with you for another segment on our Activated Mornings program here on WEFM. In studio, you have Dianna, Cain, and myself, Roleza Samuel, and we are in our Talk to Us segment. This is a segment dedicated for you, the listeners, all right? This is especially for you, where you can be even more interactive with us by either talking on something that we spoke about previously or bringing something brand new for us to talk about if you want to hear our opinions or our thoughts on something, all right? So we are going to give you, as per usual, 10 seconds just to allow you time to be able to, place a call to us. 10 seconds for you to call us, or if not, then we proceed with our prepared topic, all right? So our 10 seconds are starting as of now. Alrighty, so I have a feeling that 10 seconds went. All right, so we're going to touch on a particular topic at this time, and we want to hear you chime in and let us know your thoughts and opinions. All right, so should a male partner tell his female partner how she should dress? I think I hear some man out there already, but anyhow, right? So should a male partner tell his female partner how she should dress? And we just want to play a clip here quickly for you just to hear, to start the basis of our discussion.
Should a man care about what his...
All right, so technology.
Should a man care about what his girl wears?
Absolutely. What women want to do is solicit attention. So when you wear a promiscuous outfit like that, you are soliciting the attention of other males.
No, definitely not. Like, no. I'm gonna wear what I want. Because he has no say on our lives. It's we're gonna do what
All right, so we had two different opinions there. One from the man's point of view and one from the female's point of view. The man is like, no, she's going to dress a certain way. She might be titled or labeled as promiscuous. And the women are saying, no, we can choose to wear what we want to wear. So we are going to have that discussion this morning. So Dianna, your thoughts?
I think he can have an opinion. Because as a woman, I would also like to have an opinion on how my partner dresses, because I don't want you going in the road looking any kind of, how I'm embarrassed to both of us. So I feel like he should have a say to tell her to play outright, tell her, listen, you should wear this and you should wear that. I'm not so sure about that part, but he could definitely make suggestions. And if it is your partner and you do care about your partner, then I think you can listen to what your partner says. I'm also aware that a lot of men, they get into a relationship with a woman, or they're attracted to a woman because of the way she dresses. And the minute they get into a relationship with her, all of a sudden you can't just like that. I don't support them kind of things. Lady, walk away. Actually do what you want to do. But as for me and my house, that will not float. I don't think it's right. You can't meet me dressing like a hot girl, and that is what appealed to you, and you like me because I was a hot girl, and now you get me, and I don't like them clothes he does be wearing. You like it when you been want me, right? Okay.
All right, someone's calling. All right. Hi, Coach. Good morning.
Good morning. I don't think it's a matter of telling her how to dress or how not to dress. I think it's a matter of the representation of the relationship. How you want to see yourself out there representing that togetherness. Because yes, you might want to think that those little mini skirts or little short stuff and exposing all your close to exposing most of your body. It's cute for you, but it might not be cute for him. So I think it's kind of like a respect for the relationship, you know. I'm not saying you have to dress up like a granny or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. But I think you should dress respectable. That's how I see it. And as Dianna say, if the man is going outside looking kind of shabby, it's a representation of her as a woman, because people say, "Well, your woman don't treat you well, you come out looking shabby." You know, we go already. So the man, just as how the man will like the woman to, dress the way he think is a respectful way for him, I think it should go both ways. Not one without the other. I think it's just a matter of respecting the relationship in a way. Yeah. And I don't think it should be a fight done with, well, you have to dress like this now, are we not? I think, and a matter of fact, if you really want that change to happen, you just make slight comments. And after a while, the lady start, trust me, people don't realize how slight comments just make you change. I mean, you plant, it's like planting a seed. And as you water it, it will grow. So, you could change I don't think necessarily say change it, but you could change his perspective, how people look at themselves, by teaching them how to look at themselves. That's
let me engage a little bit here, Kojo, because I noticed that you use the word respect repeatedly, right? So yes, he might suggest certain things that he thinks is better for you to wear in terms of being able to respect him, being able to respect your relationship. But there are some times when we're not sure when you're crossing line between being offering your suggestions in terms of, for us as women, what we should do, as opposed to trying to be controlling. And I think maybe that is where the tension sort of creeps in.
And you see the reason for that, because once you start demanding, and that's the word now, eh? If you start demanding that someone do certain things, because I don't think you have a right to demand anyone to do anything. You could suggest, plant the seed. It will grow. It might take a while. Sometimes it takes a little longer than others. But you can't demand, because once you start demanding, people are going to put up a fight. You can't tell me to do that. You can't tell me to do that. But if you plant that seed, after a while, you realize that person start changing a little bit, a little bit here, a little bit there. And the relationship, out of respect of the other person, you start growing differently. That's all I'm saying. It's when people demand, that you do things, that's what causes a lot of stuff. Because a lot of men say, "Oh, you gotta do this, you have to do that," and so a woman does that too. You gotta do this for me. You gotta do that for me. And then it's when people start, because nobody wants to. Every day is gone, eh? So nobody wants to don't put up no demands on me.
All right. Thanks, Kojo.
All right.
All right. So that was Kojo there with his thoughts on it. Anything you want to say in relation to what Kojo said?
No, except that we have a caller.
Okay. All right.
Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mason.
Pleasant good morning. It's funny how Cody and I live in so far apart and we follow each other. Good morning, cousin. Now, wonderful program this morning. I enjoyed hidden commentary and
So, Mr. Mason,
Hey,
Mr. Mason,
put question.
we've been asking the question
put
whole morning.
question.
So, you fall in that category? Remember, tell we looking out for the people later.
Don't put me on the spot.
Hey.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Hey.
As Suzanne said to you, according to the callers that you received, it seems like you're more older men are attracted to you both. According to Suzanne's commentary. Anyway, as far as a man to tell a woman how to dress, I don't believe he should actually tell her how to dress. But, for instance, my wife passed away, but I remember once I was supposed to go to a function. And I went out and I bought her a most beautiful dress. I knew she would like it. And I thought to myself, when I get there tonight, these fellas are going to really look at her and I will be happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, my wife is telling me exactly how I used to like my tight trousers and so on and so forth. And she said, no, not that. That's a bit too tight. So, not directly telling her how to dress, but as Kojo said, have respect for each other and until I don't think that, blah, blah, blah. So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, okay. All righty. Thank you.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning and have a good one today. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks. All right, so that was Mr. Mason there sharing his opinion on the topic that we have. Should a man or a male partner tell his female partner how she should dress? All right. Now, just to lend my thoughts to it, I do agree that there is a bit of an essence in terms of respect, right? In terms of you dress appropriately so that your partner doesn't feel disrespected. However, what it is that I could see for some women, let's say the woman has put on weight, etc. So, she's filled out in certain places and, she's embracing her curves or her physique and everything, right? She's embracing the changes in her body. And suddenly the man feels threatened by her in terms of her going out into public, thinking that she is dressing to attract male attention. Men, enough of the times, women are not dressing to attract me. Well, you know what? Let me speak for some of us.
That don't.
Some of us, right?
Yeah.
We're not necessarily dressing to attract male attention. We're dressing how we feel, right? How we're pleased. Because if you feel, there are days you wake up feeling sexy, you're going to dress looking sexy. And this has absolutely nothing to do with disrespecting the relationship that you're in or disrespecting the man that you are dating. So I think sometimes men have the wrong assumptions of how a woman dresses, thinking that it's really targeting other men, when really and truly it's about pleasing themselves. All right. I also know that in society we have these different classifications of when you're single, you're supposed to dress a certain way. As a married woman, you're supposed to dress a certain way. As a mother, you are supposed to dress a certain way.
So many things for us women, okay?
Right? Which to me is by itself a problem. Because at my age, because I'm still literally the same size from my teenage years, right? I could dress as a teenager, but somebody looking at it might say, but why don't you dress your age? But somebody who actually knows my age, they might be like, well, why don't you dress your age, right? But the thing of it is that, are we dressing based on age? Should we dress based on age? Or should we dress based on physique?
Correct. Not age. Like, I've heard that same thing. Oh, why is she dressing like that? You're old and you play young. No, please. There there shouldn't be, I was about to say there isn't, but there shouldn't be a list of rules on when you're 20 something, this is how you dress. When you're 30 something, listen, once you're dressing comfortable and you're respectful to your partner and yourself in however, in according to your morals and your values, lady, dress up, yes.
Yeah. and I actually like to see, because my friend and I were having a conversation recently, and we were saying that people in their 40s back then, when we were growing up, looked like they were in their 40s. All right. We know that the dressing was a whole lot different. They just looked old. And that was why we had this whole misconception of getting older, because we felt that, okay, when you hit 40, you're looking granny stage or pre-granny stage. Listen, the 40-year-olds looking like the 20-year-olds. Sometimes you can't tell the difference. So it's this whole thing of, what is it that society expects from us? What do our male partners expect from us? Can we as women just do as we please, how we feel, without necessarily having to take their thoughts and their opinions into consideration?
Absolutely.
All right. So that's just our thoughts there. Let me see something here. A comment. So what's really like?
Come on, Kojo. He says he doesn't like when people say act your age. How I got act my age when I was never that age? Correct. I'm new to this. How exactly?
But recently I had a conversation with somebody, right? We did an interview with a person, and she stated something about something happening 25 years ago at the age of 50. Dianna, it took me a while to do the calculation. So when I met her again, I said, so wait, you are 75? I said, but you don't look 75. And she's like, Roleza, how was a 75-year-old supposed to look? And I couldn't answer the question, because again, back then, we had this assumption of what getting old was supposed to look like.
Yeah,
so we could tell when persons are a certain age, but especially for many of us as Black people, we really can't guess ages.
Nope.
Right? We cannot guess ages accurately because, persons who've been keeping up with themselves and, doing what they're supposed to do to keep their health going and keeping fit and so forth. We really can't tell the difference. So, yeah, for people out there, respect your partner. You also have to know, and as Dianna said, the males, you are attracted to certain things. And if you know your girlfriend was a hot girl all the time, you can't really bend the tree when it's already a certain way, right?
Okay,
you can't just start to bring in a set of rules and expect for her to abide by them, or you want for her to abide by them, If you notice that, she isn't going along with what you would like for her to, be wearing, etc., then maybe she isn't the girl for you. And I'm not encouraging breaking up relationships, but I do think these are the things that you got help to save yourself the headaches from, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, correct.
All right. So with that, we are heading on out. As the time here in SPG, it is 9:45, and we're going to bring to you today's Community Dateline.